Hello everyone, welcome to Enchanted Cards. This is your reading for October 2022. So this is pile number 1, this is pile number 2, this is pile number 3 and that's pile number 4. All you have to do is pause the video and pick the pile that you're drawn to the most. And once you're done, you can check the timestamps below of that pile in the description box and jump straight ahead to your reading. So you can pause the video and take your time and pick your pile. So I've added a few runic stones on each of these piles so that you can, take help from these and pick the pile that you like the most, maybe on the basis of the runic stones, but I suggest that you pick your pile depending upon what, calls you the most, draws your attention the most, rather than how the runic stone looks like. But yeah, you can go ahead and pick one of these. If you've chosen pile number 1, this is your reading. Let's see what we have for you here. We have the 10 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. So to begin with, I see a lot of happiness here, a lot of contentment here. I see that you're gonna have a really happy month, the month of October 2022. It's going to be really happy for you. There's a lot of contentment. I see success. I see something new happening too. So there will be some sort of beginning, and it can be career related. So you are aiming for a goal. There's something that now you're taking actions for. It's just a beginning, and I see that you are working really hard. And this says, I find a deeper meaning in personal growth amid the discomfort. Okay. We also have the beauty here. And we have the brown bear spirit and the lantern. So, see again about the growth. I see that you are aiming for something really big, but at the same time, you may be exhausting yourself. You may be working too hard. Maybe you're not relaxing. You don't have a proper plan. So right now, the brown bear spirit suggests you to take time out, maybe meditate a little, take a break, relax a little. This is for your own self, so that you can clear your head and think about your future or your goals with a clear head, open mind. You need to strategize well, you need to plan well, you need to know exactly what you're going to do. So for that, it's very important that you take some time out, you take a break from all the things. It won't do you any good if you just keep on exerting yourself and working towards something you don't have an idea about how it's gonna go ahead. So that's one thing. It's very important you to slow down, just plan. That's why I feel you will need a little bit of this lantern, which tells us that you need some sort of guidance. It's gonna give you guidance, it's gonna give you light, it's gonna guide you to the right path. So I feel that's what we are aiming for. You need to take time out to be properly guided, to know your way. This lantern here is going to show you the way ahead, show you where you're exactly heading off to, where you should be going. And there's beauty in that relaxation. It's not gonna stop your growth, it's not gonna hold you forever. It shows you that there's beauty all around you. You just need to have a positive mindset. And beauty is something that's not just in the appearances of something. It's something much deeper than that. It has much deeper meaning. You need to move a step ahead and see the inner beauty of things. So there is a lot of beauty here. So I see a lot of success happening. I feel that you're gonna aim for something new. There's a new beginning. Perhaps you're preparing for something. You can be preparing for an examination, maybe an interview, or maybe you're starting your own business. It can be anything related to that. Something new is happening. And of course, this month's gonna start with a lot of happiness and contentment. Maybe you finished one phase, one part of that phase, and that chapter is closed now and you're beginning with a new one. That is what it can mean. It can mean. And ends with a lot of happiness, because I see success coming your way. I see fulfillment here. So this month begins with a lot of fulfillment, and I see this new beginning here where you need to halt. And even if you try to overexert yourself, there's a point where I feel you can get a little bored with things. You don't have a proper direction here. That can really bore you. Maybe you need to take a break, maybe go out with your friends. It's not just about like typical meditation that you have to do. You can meditate, you can go out with your friends, you can take time out for yourself and maybe reward yourself for all the things that you've done before. So I see a really good month ahead for you, pile number one. I see success coming your way. I see a lot of preparation. I see there's a lot of guidance, and you are also taking a nice break, and there's beauty all around you. This is the perfect month for you, pile number one. If you liked the reading, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. I'll see you in the next video. If you've chosen pile number 2, here's the reading for October 2022. So we have the Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Judgment card. So to begin with, I really feel that you're moving away from something, you're letting something go from your life. Maybe you're moving ahead or moving away from negativity or something that doesn't serve you anymore. Some of you may be traveling in this month, October 2022. You may be traveling somewhere, going somewhere, but most of you are letting something go and moving ahead, moving on. This can also cause you some sort of discomfort. There's a lot of discomfort. There can be insecurities, fears. Maybe you're just really vulnerable at this moment. Like letting go of something, it can really take you out of your comfort zone and really make you feel vulnerable. You may be facing this because of a decision that you had taken earlier. Perhaps you got yourself into this situation or something that you had to move on from, leaving you vulnerable, insecure, and afraid. So this says, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. So it's very important that no matter how down you're feeling, you always make an attempt to feel more positive, to be more happy, or at least have good thoughts, because your thoughts and feelings can really attract situations in your life. And being having a very low energy, feeling down, can actually attract more of that, and you don't want it. So we also have the Antelope Spirit, which says life is speeding up. So this coming in reverse tells me that you can also be a little afraid of people moving on in their lives, or everything moving really fast. Everything's speeding up so fast that it's very difficult to cope up with it. You can't really catch up with all those things. If you want to achieve something, by the time you reach there, it feels that you're kind of over it, you're past it now, things have moved on, stuff like that. And that can also be one reason for you to be a little vulnerable right now, vulnerable and insecure, because you feel things are moving really fast. Now we have two of these cards. This is Vision by Aphrodite. Aphrodite is a Greek goddess, and this is Love. So I strongly feel that if not all, then there will be many people watching this video and choosing this pile number 2, who will be moving on from a relationship. Even if it's not a romantic relationship, I feel that you're moving on from somebody. You're giving up love. There are romantic feelings involved for many of you. So this may also hurt that way, moving away from something, moving on, as in maybe a breakup, moving away from a person, or getting detached, really disconnecting from somebody, moving away from that person, feeling very insecure, feeling really vulnerable because of that. You may even feel devastating at this point because you weren't used to staying away from that person. And this may be because of certain decisions that you took in the past. It can be something bad that you did, or it can be, maybe mingling with the wrong person. Whatever it is, it's just coming back to you, and now you are like maybe suffering because of it. So I really feel that you're moving ahead because of it. It may also bother you that the other person is moving on from you, moving on from this relationship very quickly. I'm getting a really strong feeling that there is this relationship involved, and you're just trying really hard to get over it, but it's getting a little tough for you, because of course it can be tough for you. It's difficult for people to cope with these things. But it's very important for you to know that, Aphrodite here tells you that if something is being taken away from you, if you're losing something, you don't have to feel bad about it, because it's soon going to be replaced by something much much better, something that's right for you. If this thing's taken it's being taken away from you, it's because this thing is not right for you, it's not for you, and the spirit wants you to know that this is not right for you. So it's very important that whatever it is that you're moving on from, you losing, maybe for some people it is not relationships after all. Whatever it is that you're moving on from, it's getting replaced by something much better, something like really wonderful. And for people who are involved in, relationships and stuff, and they're moving on from somebody, it's very important for you to know that, this person had to leave at this point. This person's purpose has been fulfilled in your life, and something or someone much better is gonna enter your life and replace the old relationship, the old person. And that's right for you. That's the right person for you, the right relationship for you. This wasn't right. So there isn't, it's not something to be really sad about. But if you are feeling really low, just remember that you're gonna attract, you're gonna manifest what you focus on. So try to be a little more open to other things. Try not to really focus on the negative situation. I know it can be really tough. It's easier said than done, but of course it's worth trying. It's really worth trying. So yes, that's all for you, pile number 2. I really hope you liked the reading and you got some clarity, some guidance for this month. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. And we'll see you in the next video. Hello, pile number 3. Let's see what we have for you this month. Okay, there is the 4 of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. There is a lot of fire energy here to begin with. The month can start on a very happy note. Maybe there is there's some good news, there's some success, maybe you proved yourself, there is happiness in terms of your house. I also see that if you're somebody who's looking for change of place, change of house, or some kind of renovation, or some kind of again, like development of property, then this month may be a good month for you. Maybe something like that's gonna happen. Maybe you're somebody who's looking forward to it, but at the same time it can come with a lot of challenges. Maybe there are people you're gonna have conflicts with, and there are chances that things may get a little aggressive. People may get aggressive towards you. Maybe somebody wronged you, because of which you are now involved in this conflict, basically, and these challenges, these obstacles, and there's like a cat fight, it's a dog fight happening here. So I see that through prayer and meditation, I create ripple effect of peace in the world. So now, like, combining these cards together, I feel that there is a need of peace here, because there is a lot of fire energy here. There are conflicts, there are there's rage, there's people being angry. I can feel it here, a lot of rage, though it begins on a very positive note. This card's really positive. It's vibrating with positivity. I feel that something has come to an end. Right now, it's important for you to not resist any change that's coming in your life. So it can be a new phase. There's a chapter that's coming to an end, and now there's a new phase. Again, this can be about your house, your current situation. Maybe there are changes coming, you are shifting, you are developing something, but I can see something has come to an end. So whatever the new beginning is, you don't, like, it's better if you don't resist it, because resistance is only gonna bring you suffering, bring you pain. It's gonna be hard for you. So make it easy and just go along with it in a peaceful way. And you're gonna have, you're gonna need a lot of strength. So be the lion, be like the lion, who is all courageous, has a lot of strength, has mastery in this, is very wise also. So now you need to, like, the biggest thing is have a lot of strength here, because beginnings can be hard at times. It can be a little difficult to get used to it, but at the same time we have the fox spirit too, which says think on your feet. So I feel that you have to be really, as I said, you have to have that strength, be courageous, but make sure you're not being dishonest with anybody, not with yourself, not with others. You need to have like 100% honest kind of situation going on here, because things can backfire easily. And at the same time, in case you think that the situation is being tricky, just pause and think about it, think thoroughly. Sometimes when you see something, it can be really tricky, it can be really complex, but when you give it some time, things start to be more clear for you. So I'd like to draw another card for a little more clarity. Okay. Little more clarity for pile number 3, October 2022. We already have a page. Now we've got a knight, and knights are always about messages, movement, moving ahead. And again, it's Knight of Wands, so again a lot of fire energy. So we'll be pulling another card. Pile number 3, October 2022. Okay, right now I see a lot of court cards. There is Queen of Swords, we have the fire, we have the air, and we have the sun. We have the cycles here. I feel that whatever the situation is, it has happened earlier as well, and you should know that what goes around comes around. So let me clarify things a little for you. This is a situation where I see a lot of chaos, I see a lot of obstacles, challenges, and I feel there are a lot of people involved here. So there is a very high chance that, as I was talking about home improvement, development, change, all that kept aside, I also see some feud happening at your home. Maybe there's no peace for some time, there are clashes going on, and there's conflict amongst people living there, amongst the family members. And this may be something that has happened before, it's happening again. It's very important that whatever steps you took earlier, in the similar situation. It's important that if the result wasn't good, you change your actions for a different result, because if you keep on behaving the same way, things are gonna happen and the conclusions are gonna be the same way. It's very important for you to avoid such conflicts. And October starts on a very happy note, but again, you need to avoid conflicts as much as you can in this month and be strong. Think on your feet, be a little wise. Things can change and it can be a little uncomfortable for you. There can be discomfort regarding the same, but at the same time, you need to now take a little responsibility for making things all right, for letting go of that steam, that's that rage that's inside of you. Now a lot of times it does happen that somebody angers you and there's something that bothers you, and now you can't hold back. You need to react in a very um, angrily. You need to react and lash out. You lash out on the person and the other person reacts the same way. This is the time when you need to choose peace. You need to be strong, and sometimes you need to let go of some things and maybe ignore a few things to avoid a conflict happening. So for your peace of mind, I recommend that you try to distance a little, distance yourself a little from people you can have conflicts with, perhaps with your own family members, your parents, your siblings. It can be anybody. So make sure you're not being aggressive, because that can only that's only gonna end up you being a little stressed out and you not really having a calm and peaceful environment. But it ends on a very good note. I see the sun card here, which is very positive. It shows a lot of happiness, there's a lot of joy, there's a lot of freedom. So this ending on this note is like having a happy ending. So after all that, you're gonna have a really wonderful time, you're gonna have a really happy time. But of course, if possible, deal with these situations, the negative situations, also very wisely. So yeah, that's it for you, pile number 3. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. I'll see you in the next video. Hello, pile number 4. Let's see what we have for you this month. So we have the World card, the Strength, and the Eight of Swords. So I see there is a completion of a cycle happening this month. Maybe now you completed a phase, you're done with a phase, and you're stepping into something new. There's a new beginning, a completion of a cycle is over. And I see that whatever you've worked for so far, you're gonna get positive results for them very soon. So you're gonna get really sweet results. You're gonna get your rewards now. It's time to just gain for some time. So I see you having a lot of strength here. Maybe crossing this journey wasn't very easy for you. It took you a lot of strength, but you did it anyways. And completion of the cycle, again entering this new beginning. This new beginning also requires you to have a lot of strength, and you are very strong. But now there is a slight chance that you feel there is restriction around you. You want to move ahead, you want to do something, but you are blinded by a fog around you. There is some kind of restriction that's stopping you from moving ahead, and things are not particularly clear for you. So when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. Yes, and we have the moon. The moon also talks about different phases. Like the moon has its different phases, different shapes. It has different forms, different meanings, but it goes through all that very beautifully. It asks you to do the same for yourself, and also be very intuitive about your situations. Maybe you're stuck, but you just need to move ahead. So we have the history, and we have the frog spirit, which says clear out the clutter. So here I feel that the frog spirit asks you to really clear things out, By clutter, it can also mean clearing out thoughts in your head, all the chaos that is there. You need to get rid of that. And it's, this coming in reverse can also mean that there are people around you who kind of take their baggage and they dump it on you. So now you have so much clutter, there is so much burden on you, you've taken that baggage from other people too. It can be very burdening for you. So now that's bringing you a little down. It's very important for you to deal with it. Also, at the same time, the clutter is yours too. You have a lot of clutter, in the sense of, let's say, your schedule. You have a very packed schedule and you're trying to do everything at once. So try to kind of declutter it, sort it out, so that you're doing what you want to do, but it's not coming, at the same time, it's not overwhelming. There's no clutter. So you need to keep yourself away from that kind of clutter, whether it's your own clutter or it belongs to somebody else. It's somebody else's baggage. At the same time, your physical surroundings are also very important. If there's a lot of clutter around you, it can really impact your thoughts, your mental state. It can really bring you down and prevent you from thinking clearly. That's how our physical surroundings, our environment has an effect on us. And by history, I mean whatever the phase has gone. Don't let your past bring you down. If there's some sort of clutter, there's a lot of baggage that you've carried now, that that's about something that happened in the past, the history, the past time. Try to let go of it. And when I say clear out the clutter, this is also included. Let go of things that happened in the past. Embrace your new phases, your different forms, and move ahead with grace, move ahead with a clear mind. Maybe you're not able to move ahead because you are stuck. There's a lot of restriction, you don't know what's happening ahead, you can't see your way ahead. That's because of all this clutter. There's a lot of fog around you. You need to get rid of it, get rid of that. Other people's baggage, your own baggage, your past, the things that are over are over. Now when you're done getting rid of all that, your head will be a really safe space for you. It will be very clear. So with that clear mind, you think about your steps ahead. Give yourself time. You don't need to rush into it. Give yourself time, think about it, and then move ahead. So that's gonna be pretty, it's gonna be kind of a roller coaster ride. It's not gonna be very tough. It seems scary, but it's not. Trust me, it's gonna be all fine, because I see a lot of positive cards here too. And this, by the way, is the best card of the deck, the world card. It brings a lot to you. It's gonna bring a lot of you. Just trust the process. So yeah, that's it for you, pile number 4. I hope you liked the reading. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. I'll see you in the next video.